Hello friends, I am back today with a new project. In this video, we are going to build an Eminem bot with LangChain, which responds to any questions with a rap-like paragraph. To do this, we will use two libraries. One is LangChain and the other is Streamlit. If you don't know, then LangChain is a library using which you can build LLM applications easily and deploy them to production. And Streamlit is a library to build applications in Python. Now, last time we built a chat with PDF app, again with LangChain and Streamlit. If you're new here, you can find that video link in the description and do that project as well. Now, before we begin to code, please like this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends. Now, without wasting any more time, let's start coding. So, I'm in my project folder in my terminal. First of all, I'll create a new Python virtual environment. After it's created, I'll activate it with source vn bin activate. Now we need to install some dependencies. We basically need three dependencies. One is Streamlit, second is OpenAI, and third is LangChain. Hit enter. And now we wait for the libraries to be installed. So all the libraries have been installed. Now we can jump into our code editor and start coding. I've created an app.py file. So first of all, let's begin by importing our libraries that we just installed. We'll import Streamlit and give it an alias of st. After that, from LangChain .llms, we'll import OpenAI like this. Then again from LangChain, we'll import the prompt template. Now let's use Streamlit to show some text on our page. First of all, we'll set the page config and we'll set the page title to Ask Eminem Anything. Right. After that, we'll display an image. The image is Eminem.png. You can find this image in the source code in the GitHub repository. The link will be in the description. So we'll display Eminem's image. We'll leave the caption to be blank. We'll give it a width of 300. Okay. After that, we will display a title on the page that says Ask Eminem Anything. Right. After that, we'll need to make a way for letting the user to enter an API key for OpenAI. So we'll create an sidebar, and in that sidebar we'll create a text input with Streamlit, and we'll just say OpenAI API key, and the type for this input will be password so that it's not visible. Right. So after we have done this, let's write our first function called generate response. This is the function that will be responsible for answering the question with the wrap. Right. So this takes one parameter of question. First of all, we'll define an LLM instance using the OpenAI, and we'll pass the OpenAI API key as the parameter. After that, let's construct our prompt. To do that, we'll use the concept of prompt templates. Okay, so our template will be something like this. Let's say, as a popular rapper, generate a paragraph of Eminem-like rap to answer the question, and then we'll pass the variable question. So here, this is an example of a prompt template. A prompt template has two parts. One is the static part, which is this, that is a string literal. And second is the dynamic part, which is a variable which is plugged in at runtime. So now, after we have our template, let's create the prompt using a prompt template import from LangChain. And this will take an input variables parameter, which will be an array, and the only input we are giving is the question, and the template as the second parameter. So after our prompt is ready, we'll create a prompt query. And to do that, just simply format the prompt with the question that the user entered. So this is basically the step wherein we substitute the user entered question into the prompt template and get the final prompt query. After this, we'll need to run the LLM model to print out the response. So here, we'll call the LLM with prompt query and get a response. And then finally, we'll display the response on the screen with streamlit.info. Right. So that's all this generate response function will do. That is get a question and generate a response using an LLM and display it on the screen. Now, in order to take user input on the screen, we'll display a Streamlit form. Let's just call it my form. And the input will be the, let's call it question text. Okay. And it will take text input. Let's add a label of enter question. And this. Okay. Then we'll need a submit button. So we'll do st.form submit button, and we'll just call it submit. Now we'll check first of all whether the OpenAI API key is present. So to do that, we check for OpenAI API key dot starts with, and we'll do SK. So that's how those keys start, and we'll display a warning if it's not present. Please enter your OpenAI API key, right? And then we'll also do a check if the form is submitted and the OpenAI API key is present. Again, the same check, right? And if both these conditions are met, we'll call the generate response function and pass the question text, right? So that's all we need to do. This is all our code that's required. Now let's go back and run this application. I'm back in my terminal, and to run this application, we'll type the command Streamlit run app.py. Hit enter. Okay, so there's an error, and that is because of a typo. That's what the image is called, eminem.png. Okay. Right. So here's our application. As you can see, we have the image first from the code. Here's the image, then the title below it, and our input box. Now you can try this out by entering your own API key. I'll do this. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's check it out. I've saved my key. Now let's ask a question to Eminem. I'll ask what is life. Hit submit. And here's a rap by Eminem. And this does read a lot like Eminem. Your life is crazy ride, full of ups and downs sometimes. It feels like I'm just spinning around. I'm not good at rapping, so probably if you are, please go ahead and let me know how it sounds. But yeah, that's our app. So this is how you build an Eminem bot with LangChain and Streamlit. The entire source code will be available on GitHub, and the link will be in the description. Again, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe the channel. If you want more LangChain projects or any other projects, please comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you.